Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is a look at a new subscription partwork build-up model from Hachette Partworks. The Titanic, the ship, the legend. This is not one that I'm going to be completing and carrying on with, but issue 1 was cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up and give you a quick look at it. You never know, you might want to do it. It doesn't have any interest for me though, yeah, so let's have a look. The parts that we receive in the first one, quite nice looking. It's the bow, I believe, the front bit. I haven't really looked at it. Let's have a look and see. We'll go through everything and see. But I will be building this, which basically consists of sticking that to that, and then putting the little bits on the front. But we'll do that afterwards. First of all, you get obviously a magazine, which looks like it's going to bind in exactly the same way as the other Hachette partwork, the Terminator that I did. We'll have a look through there in a bit. We'll have a look through there in a bit. First of all, if you do subscribe to it, you get some stuff. Obviously, issue 2 is cheap. Issue 3 you'll get free, and you get a free poster, a tin poster, which is quite nice looking. Screwdriver in issue 2 as well. And yeah, issue 3 is obviously more bits to add on to things. It's a partwork. What can you say? It's going to build up into the entire ship, which is huge. But there we go. The first binder is free, as these things often are. Interestingly, quite a nice looking tool screwdriver set. Obviously, there's going to be lots of screws involved putting this together, so they give you the screwdriver set and a pocket watch. That's it's a pocket watch that says Titanic on it. It's obviously not a replica of anything. It's just got a picture on it that's Titanic. So yeah, that's that. Obviously a form in there. The premium subscription, if you pay an extra £1 per issue, then you get a nice case for it, an acrylic case by the looks of it. Quite cool. Yeah, there we go, £1 per issue. Now this is quite a long running partwork. There's 140 issues in this, so be prepared for a large expenditure and a large time expenditure as well. But it is a 1/200 scale, so it's quite substantial. This is obviously the first part that we're getting, so that gives you an idea as to the size of the entire build. It does in fact say in here the size of the entire build. It is over 134 centimeters long, 1.3 meters, quite big. Obviously all the deck details, realistic accessories. It's got some lifeboats, but obviously not enough, but you know, some. Remote control is quite nicely themed. It has smoke effects from the funnels. Hopefully the first 3 funnels, because I believe the 4th one was a fake funnel used for storage, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. The engine does in fact run as well. So got CQD and SOS buttons for obviously lights to flash. Working lights inside. The hull is die cast. A QR code there you can scan if you want to see the model in action. The magazine, so instructions, bits about dates and the era, life on board. All quite interesting stuff if you like that sort of thing. So that's that. Let's have a look at the first magazine, and then we'll get on with the actual build. We have the tragedy of the Titanic. Obviously, it sank. It might be a spoiler, but you know, I'm pretty sure you know what happened there. So yes, there we go. That is the iceberg. Apparently, it might not be the actual iceberg, but the captain, Edward Smith, and chosen to be captain. Yep, 40 years at sea. Mountain of Steel, the unsinkable liner. Yeah, it is quite big in real world terms. Oh yeah, bigger than what's that? Bunker Hill, Philadelphia, Washington Monument, Metropolitan Tower, Newark, the New Woolworth Building in New York. So yeah, quite big if you were to stand it on its end. It also fall over, but yeah, there we go. The Golden Age of ocean liners, all stuff about travelling by sea in those days. And there we have it, yeah. The ship's bell. Right, so the parts that we've got and the build that we'll do, I'm not going to do my picture-in-picture details on this, but basically it's just going to be sticking the bits together and then adding on some plant-on details to it. So I shall get the parts ready, and we'll see what it looks like. Right, obviously the most important bit is this. This is actually wooden. It's obviously not thick wood. It's flimsy. It's sort of like a plywood type material, but it seems to look the part and certainly does the job. This is plastic so far. I believe the sides of the boat are obviously going to be metallic, but the backing is plastic. So this, to begin with, we just need to stick that on. Now that has a backing piece that obviously comes off like so. And then this sticks on there. The trick is getting it to stick in the right place and line up. It says to stick it from the top, but I'm thinking the bottom's got this actual ridge. Oh, the top's got a ridge as well. So yeah, let's try and get that. I'm going to do it from the bottom because it's just easier for me. Line that up and make sure all the holes and things line up as well. Start at one side is probably easier. Not a great fit. You should start at the top. Get that in there. And start on one side and work across, because I don't want to end up with a ridge in the middle. So that's gone on there. It does the job. It looks quite good. It says to push it down with a soft cloth and things like that, but I'm not worrying about doing that as yet. So there we have the decking. It's quite nice. You can imagine these 200 times bigger. They'd be quite a large plank. So that's that. Next up, we're basically adding all of these detail pieces to it. It's got, let's open these bags, 3 anchors, 1 anchor, 3 winches, and 2 air vents. It says to use 1 C, 1 D, 1 F, and 1 G. I don't know what any of those things are, so they look like things. They're other things. Not the bags anymore. Those there. Variations of different shaped bits in that bag. Tubes and pipes in that one. There's the anchor, right. So if it goes around here, the anchor sits over there. Most of these will be push pit. It does say you might need to glue some parts down just to make sure they're not going to go anywhere. But that certainly seems to be quite a good tight fit without any glue. Actually so tight that it's not quite right. There we go. That's better in there. So that goes in there. These go around it. Get them all the same fitting. There we go. Large hole and a small hole. That one, and that one up there. Whereabouts is up there? Is it that way around? It's the other way round. Right there. I think. Then we've got 2 of these air vent things. They're different shapes. I'm not convinced. Oh no, there is a 1 hole extra in there. So that just goes in there, and that one goes in next to it. A couple of these have got a little bits of nub on them that if you're going to be continuing the build and doing it properly, you might want to spend a little bit of time tidying up and just making it look a little bit prettier. But as I say, it's not a build I'm going to be continuing, so it doesn't worry me. These go around the edge. There is, again, 1 hole that's bigger than the other. Make sure you get them the right way around before you try and push them home, because otherwise it won't work. That one looks like one of the bits is broken off out of the packet. So, yeah, be aware of potential damages. In this instance, it's not going to matter. But in some things, it might. So be careful of that. Obviously, if there are any problems and you've subscribed to it, you can contact the manufacturers themselves, and they will, I'm sure, send out a replacement pack for you. Anything you're having trouble with. That's what they normally do with these things. So they all go around the edge there. There's another bit with the holes in it that goes down there. Again, one hole bigger than the other. I quite like the way that's done. Got to get it the right way round. There you go. Then we've got, these are one eye, and all right, one eye is that bit, one of those. Ventilation duct. That goes there. And then these are the breakwaters, apparently. And they are different. The spacing of the pins, you have to get the right way around. This is 1K, which goes this side. Being careful to line up the holes before you push anything through and down. That goes on there. That one goes that way round. For that. Job. Starting to look the part. Here we have that. Then the big bit obviously goes between those, like so. Yep. Then it says to glue that in place, but as I say, I'm not going to worry about gluing that in place because I don't need to. Then we've got 4 of these. There's actually 5 of those in there, so I assume one might well be spare. And 4 of those. Yes, it says one is spare, in fact, so obviously in danger of getting broken, so be careful with them. What are they? These are the steam valves. So they just sit in there. Push them down straight. Don't do it at an angle, because then they will break. You will need to get replacements. Although, if you only break one, you've got a spare already. Those in there. And then the large capstans. Get around them, basically. Doesn't look like it matters which way around they go, because yeah, that's why you need to glue that in place, because it's not that secure. Go, and the 2 at the front. Obviously, we have some more holes on this for parts to be fitted in the next issue or 2. But they shall remain ever empty on mine. So there we have it. That is issue 1. Building your own Titanic. It's quite nice. I like the wood parts. It fits in, it looks all right, it does the job. It's going to be huge, so if you are starting the build, make sure you've got plenty of space to put things in, because you're going to need it. But yeah, I like it. I'm not going to build it, but I do like that. That would be quite nice just to put aside. Bit of the Titanic, forever immortalised. So if you are going to be building this, unfortunately, as I say, you can't follow along the build on my channel, but I'm sure there are other channels out there that are going to be doing it, so follow along with them. If you are building it yourself, let me know in the comments. I'll have a look and follow your work. But thank you very much for watching this. Hopefully it's given you a glimpse as to what's available out there. So yeah, don't stay tuned for the next one of these, because you'll be waiting for a long time, but you can watch my other part works on the channel. So thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.